What is going on, Lego Maniacs? It's Ty the Lego guy here, and today we're doing a really cool set from Rogue One, and it's actually something Lego doesn't do too often. They don't make landscapes or battlegrounds, and they have done that with this actual model, which is actually pretty interesting. And the set itself we're taking a look at is the Battle on Scarif. That set 75171 had 419 pieces, 4 minifigs, retailed for about 50 US and came out in 2017. Now nowadays this set's going for 54 new or 41 used, so it hasn't appreciated a whole lot. I actually think it's a decent set. We're gonna get into its positives and its negatives. It's something Lego, again, doesn't do too often with Star Wars models. But enough talk, let's get right into it. And to begin the review, what we're gonna do, as always, is give you guys a 360 view of the actual model. So nice looking landscape. You can tell what it's trying to replicate. I mean, obviously this is Scarif. As we're gonna get into it, I just wish this set was maybe bigger and there's a couple little other areas they could include. But now that we got the 360 view out of the way, a couple of the features I'm gonna show you guys. Now, what's kind of cool is this just reminds me of the area where Chirrut Imwe, you know, kind of like does that control to save everyone. Like he pushes the button and whatnot, but then he ends up dying in the process. That's what it reminds me of there. What is cool about this set, however, is it has some awesome working features. And the first feature we're gonna show you guys is you push in here and it shoots them off. So there's actually some really cool looking little features. I mean, they both kind of work. And then I'll just show you guys the interior of that. Like, it's nothing too crazy. There is thermal detonators in there. Yeah, which is absolutely awesome. I love that piece. We're actually gonna take a look at that a little bit, you know, more into the future of this review. The other thing I wanted to mention is it has nice looking wildlife, nice looking palm trees. I mean, these are not the older palm trees that we got back in the day, which I do actually like more than these ones. But you know what, they're not bad. They get the job done. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys is if you guys open this up, it's kind of just, it is a feature, but it's not like you're gonna use it when playing. It's just a cool little gimmick basically they got going on. It slides right out if you open those little levers, and inside there's weapons. So, you know what, I thought that's cool. I mean, it's not crazy or anything, but I thought it was a cool feature. And then the other thing is, I just wanted to center on this piece. I love these little thermal detonator pieces, and I'm so happy that Lego finally designed them and you know, started putting it into sets. Let's now actually take a look at the doorway. So what's interesting about this is, I'll just show you guys by zooming in. You can actually open the doors if this little satellite thing, there's no other way to put it, is up. If you put it down like it got exploded, the doors will open for you. And then if you open up the interior, there's nothing too crazy, just some nice looking control panels and whatnot. But what is nice is it has the Death Star plans. So I actually did appreciate that they had that. I did not have a piece like this before. Now I do, you know, and so for any collector, they'll appreciate that. Obviously, it's much more lackluster than the actual scene, because in the scene they had to go through that, you know, that big tall area where they could fall to their death. So I actually wish that they made this set a bit bigger. They would have made it maybe 30 US more. They could maybe included that scene, and this set I think would have been humdinger. I think a lot of people would have loved it. But as it is, it's not bad. It's just, there's a lot more that they could do for this model, I feel. But now what we're gonna do is take a look at the minifigs. And before we get into those minifigs, I just wanted to show off this little canister. If you guys watched Rogue One, you're gonna see this canister a lot. And what's cool about it is there's little thermal detonators in it, as well as binoculars. So I thought that was, you know, I love it when Lego they could have just basically made this canister and, you know, said, you know what, forget it, we're done. They actually made it that can carry different little possessions. So I thought that was awesome. Just a nice little inclusion, and it shows Lego's creativity. But now let's get into those minifigs. And here we have 3 of the 4 minifigs. So I'm just gonna mention right off the bat, you do get 2 shore troopers. So we're not gonna go and review both of them just because they are identical. So let's actually give you guys a 360 view of these minifigs. What I appreciate about the shore trooper is he has leg printing, torso printing, very nice looking helmet. I actually like these troopers quite a bit. The only downside to him is he does have the angry clone face, which
We all know how we feel about that, but what are you gonna do? That's what he has. And then in the middle, we have Cassian Andor, great looking minifig. And then on the far left, we have Jyn Erso. What I actually liked about Jyn is she actually comes with a hairpiece and a helmet. So what we're first off gonna do, well, let's just show you guys swapping that out. And then you can put the Imperial helmet on her. I love the fact that she has a disguise in this set. They could have just given you a standard Jyn Erso, but they actually went out of their way and gave you, you know, entire different minifig, right? Not entire different minifig, but she has the Imperial Trooper outfit on. And then if you take their helmets off and hairpiece, you can see they have back face printing, which is, you know, not bad. It's more complacent. And then on the front, you have an angry Jyn Erso, and then Cassian Andor doesn't really change. He just has a smirk and a complacent face. So I thought that was actually kind of interesting. It's not like a smile and then a angry face, right? Like Jyn. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, looking at the actual movie clips and, you know, pictures of the battleground itself, I think it captures the way it's supposed to look. I mean, obviously it's very downsized, but I mean, it does give the impression that this is Scarif. I mean, if you looked at that, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's Scarif. It is small. I mean, this wasn't a very expensive set. If you look at mocks and stuff like that, people have done a far more better job on this, you know, on this scene than Lego has. But again, it is small. It gets the job done. You know, it's just, it's underappreciated. I can kind of see why it doesn't have anything crazy going on with it. There's no really cool ship with it. The battleground is not like, you know, if they would have maybe like made this set $30 more, and they would have made maybe the area where they had to get the Death Star plans, that really cool scene where, you know, they can fall down to their death because it's like hundreds of feet down, or kind of like replicated that, I think the set would have did a lot better. If they went more expensive and included that area, I think that this would have been like so much better. As it is, this isn't a terrible set. I think out of 1 out of 10, it's probably a 6.5. It's just not great, but it's not bad. I just think that it had a lot of potential, and Lego, you know, didn't really take advantage of all the potential this scene of the movie, you know, could have gave them to making a model. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that. If you like this set, if you don't, any areas that you think they could maybe improve on it. That's my thoughts anyways. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. But if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future other Star Wars reviews we do, or me banging on tables. But yeah, anyways, again, that's all I got. But thanks again for watching. Really appreciate the support, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.